Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well today. So let's talk about betrayal today. Now, what is betrayal? Betrayal is a violation of our trust in any relationship. It's like a lie. It's like a lie which breaks apart the truth of any relationship. Now, betrayal loosely can be classified as one that happens in close relationships or relationships where we are emotionally invested, and the other one is more of a social setting, like for example where a cab driver maybe takes us on a longer route, or a shopkeeper who charges us more for something that's available cheaper. Now those ones are much more easier to deal with and much more easier to handle. But the major issue is the betrayal that comes within emotional relationships where we are vulnerable to it. Because see, strangers cannot hurt you or betray your trust in a way that people who are close to you can. Because strangers are not privy to your vulnerabilities. They don't know what hurts you, what you love, and what inspires you and what gets you down. So, as Nietzsche said, I think in his book Beyond Good and Evil, he said something to the likes of, I am not shaken that you lied to me, but rather that I can no longer trust you. So, it is important to acknowledge that when betrayal happens in a close relationships, there is a huge loss. We lose that person. We lose that relationship because we can no longer trust them. It's like it hurts because we can no longer have that person close to us anymore. Irrespective of what the other person, the betrayer, feels, people who get betrayed upon blame themselves. They feel like, how can I be so naive, so stupid, and maybe so blind, and whatever other labels you would like to stick. But the truth is that close relationships call for vulnerability. Close relationships call for trust. There is no other way around it. You cannot have close relationships where there is no trust, where there is no vulnerability, and there is no openness. So by engaging in a relationship like that, we open ourselves to pain and hurt and betrayal. But the thing is, it is possible to recover from it. It is possible to find yourself in a position where you find other people who are much more worthy. Because what happens, when we get betrayed upon, we start questioning our own sanity, we start gaslighting ourselves, and the other person often sees us, the people who betray other people often see them as less than them, as beneath them, as they are not worthy of their full attention, as they are not worthy of their truth. So when you treat it like that, there's a sense of shame that starts to set within. But the reality is, it is not you who is wrong. Because when you are in a close emotional bond with anybody, it could be a spouse, it could be parents, it could be colleagues, it could be friends, it could be anybody. When you have a close emotional relationship, a bond with anybody, you will share your vulnerability. You are going to be open about it. Otherwise, there is no way of being authentic. Otherwise, there is no way of being real. And that is what people who betray take advantage of. They take us for granted. They feel that they are better than us. They feel that probably they will find more like us, that we are replaceable, that the sense we get is that we are not valued. So the best thing to do in this case is, firstly, if you can break the relationship, it's great. But I do realize that in a lot of cases it may not be possible. The best thing to do in that case is to create distance that helps us to think clearly, which is very, very important. Helps us to grieve the loss, helps us to grieve the sorrow, the pain of betrayal, and everything else that comes with it. It gives us space to to understand that maybe this person is no longer part of my life. So even if we have to continue to deal with them, you can do it in a more distant, in a more, let us say, in a more secure way, where you no longer put yourself at risk of being lied to, of being betrayed to. So I hope that helps, and that's it for today. Thank you.